Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Cloud, and welcome to my personal VOD reviews of Locals. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at Game 3 for the Week 2 Store Treasure Cup of the EB02 Meta, where I play GY Yamato versus Red Monkey D. Luffy. Here's the deck list that I played in this match, and if you haven't already done so, please go check out the Locals retro video I made that covers this deck list and my overall thoughts on how Locals went this week. Without further ado, let's hop into the game. Moving on to Game 3 of the Week 2 Store Treasure Cup for the EB02 Meta. I'm playing GY Yamato versus Starter Deck 21 Red Monkey D. Luffy. After my rough Game 1 and 2, I'm really hoping to make a comeback here, so let's hope that things work out for me this game. Going to speed things up as we get through the opening setup for the game. I'm actually really worried about this matchup just because it's another aggro deck that can reutilize a lot of Dawn. So go for a dice roll, I roll a 5, my opponent rolls a 6, so they get to pick. That's unfortunate for me. I would have loved to have gone first here, just to take away my opponent's ability to attack first. So we'll see how we do going second. Let's take a look at our opening hand. I'm actually just going to pause it right there. We start off with 3 cost Nico Robin, 1 cost Nami, 7 cost Luffy, 3 cost Izo, and another 7 cost Luffy. Doing our counter check, we have a 1k, a 1k. Ooh, why is my... There we go. Sorry about that. Don't know why my pen was on highlighter mode there. 1k, 1k, and a 2k. So we've got 4k counter total in hand. Not the highest amount, but at least we've got 1 2k and some 1k options. I'm actually really happy to see the 1 cost Nami here. This card is a new card from EB02, so let's pull it up. It's a 1 cost 2k power 1k counter wisdom character that says on play, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Straw Hat crew type card other than Nami and add it to your hand, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. So it's a Straw Hat searcher in green. Really good because seeing this early in my hand allows me to be able to search out any of my other combo pieces in the deck. I already have, Nico Robin here for part of it, and later on if I want to, I can combo off of the 7 cost Luffy as well, so seeing that is really nice. But other than that, not going to be much for me to do in these early games other than swing with my leader. I would have liked to have seen maybe a Mihawk or Brook, so let's see if we decide to keep this hand. Oh, that's right, and because I'm going second here, I wonder if, yeah, I probably want to mulligan this just because I am going second. Being at 4 Dawn means I can potentially just play out a Brook straight up instead of having to rely on the Mihawk. So if I'm able to find that, then I think it's going to work out better for me. So we end up mulliganing. My opponent, I think, keeps his hand, so let's speed this up. There we go. Fist bump to start the game, and let's see what our starting hand is. We've got 7 cost Monkey D. Luffy, 2 cost Onami, 1 cost Blaze Slice, 3 cost Mihawk, and 4 cost Brook. Let's do our counter check. We've got a 1k, 2k, and a 1k. So still 4k counter in hand with at least 1 2k. We'll take that. But at least we see some better options here, right? Of course, seeing Onami early on is very nice, especially going second on my second turn when I am at 4 Dawn and I can attack. I can do Nami out for 2 Dawn, give my leader banish, and then go 7k banish at my opponent's life, right? So, pretty good there. Plus, we also see Mihawk into Brook. Originally, I was saying that I just wanted to see the Brook, but since we saw Mihawk, it means that we can use that extra Dawn to attach to our leader if we wanted to, and play out the Brook play out the Mihawk into Brook, and 6k attack with my leader. So pretty good opening hand. Happy with this. And if we get to 7 Dawn, we have a 7 cost Luffy to act as a blocker and cheat out more bodies. My opponent goes 1 Dawn, passes the turn. I draw for turn and go for 2 Dawns. We pull a 4 cost 2k counter Sanji, which is nice. Nothing to play here, so pass the turn. I would have liked to have seen that Nami there, but oh well. My opponent just goes 5k swing at me, leaving 3 Dawn up. I end up just taking that. I guess I'm okay with taking this because I have a decent amount of counter in hand. It's a 2 cost Izo, and then my opponent attacks me, plays out a Zoro, and attacks me with that Zoro. So I give up the 2k counter that I just got from life. That's fine, keeping my combo pieces in hand. I'm at 4 Dawn now. So playing out one of those cards I mentioned earlier would be pretty good. But yeah, I end up just going ahead and do the Nami into 7k swing, double attack banish. I think this is pretty good. It's going to force out either 3 cards from hand, right? So it's either going to be 3 cards, a 2k and a 1k, 2k plus 1k, or it's going to trash 2 cards from life. So good options. And wow, my opponent gives me 3 1ks. That's good for me. He's down to only 2 cards in hand, so I'm in a very good position right now in terms of, you know, trying to attack his life now. I didn't establish too many characters, but at least, you know, my Nami's on board. My opponent taps 5 Dawn to play the Starter Deck 21 Rush Luffy, attacks with it for 6k, I give a 2k counter. He attaches the Rested Dawn to his leader and goes 6k at my life, which I end up taking because I don't want to give up the Mihawk at the moment. It's another 2k counter. And then with leader ability, he's able to take 2 Rested Dawn and attach it to Zoro. So he's going 7k at my life. Now at this point, I'm like, oh shoot, 7k is a lot. I'd have to give up 2 2ks, or sorry, a 2k and a 1k in my hand to counter out of this, or I just take the life. I don't know if I'm ready to be at 1 life this early on into the game, so thinking I have to just counter out of this. My opponent is still at 5 life as well, so this, yeah, I think I have to counter out of this. Thinking about it though, if I do counter, what card am I giving up? I really want to keep the Nami in hand if possible, so I can just, you know, continuously trash his life with banish. But that means the only 1k in my hand would be the Brook, and it just feels really bad having to break up my combo. So I do give up the 2k. And yeah, I'm picking right now between the Mihawk and the Brook. End up being the Brook. Unfortunate that I have to break up my combo, but I think it's the right move just because it keeps the 2k in my hand. Fortunately, going back to my turn, I do draw the 1 cost Nami, so at least I can try to search for something now. But I guess first thing we're going to do is play out the other Onami, give my leader banish, and with only 2 cards in hand, I think it's safe to say I can go 7k. Double attack banish at my opponent's life. They would have to give me up those 2 cards in hand if he has the counter, but he does not counter, so he trashes those 2 life, and it's a Nami and a Sanji 2k counter. Great for me. I've got 2 Dawn left. I'm gonna go ahead and use leader ability since they're now at 3 or less life to my Nami and go 5k at their Zoro. I think this is a good play. Rather than attacking his life and giving him the opportunity to gain 1 more card in hand, attacking the Zoro means I take away a character on board from him. He ends up giving me a 2k, which is like, alright, wow, thank you. With my with 1 Dawn, I then play out the Nami to search. And looking at my hand, I think I'm gonna take the Brook It's the only card in my hand that's a counter, and everything else I don't need at the moment, so yep, go ahead and take the Brook. 1 Dawn up. I have Blade Slice in hand, so I'm going to leave that up and pass the turn. Goes over to my opponent. They're going to be at 7 Dawn now. Only 1 card in hand, which I'm feeling pretty safe, so I can counter out of potentially 1 hit and then just take the 2 other hits. I mean, I will have to worry about whatever that last card is in hand if it's another rush, but hopefully in my life I'll get counter, right? I do have Blade Slice as well, which will make my leader base 6k, meaning that he'd have to invest more Dawn into his attacks if he wanted to try to ensure that he can take my life. So 7 Dawn from him, 2 cards in hand. I've got 4 cards in hand, one Dawn active. What's it gonna be? Alright, he takes 2 Dawn, attaches it to Zoro, and he's gonna start off with a 7k attack at my life. 7k is a good number, but I end up just going ahead and tap 1 Dawn, play the Blade Slice now to give my leader plus 1k. Makes sense. And now I just have to give up the 2k to get out of this 7k attack. Great. So now that my leader is a 6k base, he's forced to try to commit more Dawn onto his leader or to his Luffy in order to swing over any potential counter I have in my hand. And I still have 1k counter. Alright, he goes ahead and attaches 1 Dawn to his Luffy. Or maybe more. Really thinking about it. Interesting. So he attaches 1 Dawn, taps 3 Dawn. He's gonna play Zoro. Okay. I guess he wanted the rested Dawn. That makes sense. Yep, so attacks with his Luffy for 7k and attaches 1 rested Dawn to his leader. So I've got a 7k coming at me, can't count out of that, so I will go ahead and take the life. It is you're the one who should disappear. If this was my last life, that would be amazing. But it works out because now I can utilize that brick in my hand, the 7 cost Luffy, as counter. He's got 1 Dawn active, he goes ahead and attaches it to his leader to attack my life for 7k. Perfect. Oh, actually, 7k is odd because I don't have a 2k in hand. I just have a 3k counter and a 1k counter. But I know that his Zoro is only a 5k base, and then with the leader ability, it's going to be a 7k attack. So I think it should be safe to just take this. Yeah, he has no other Dawn. It'd be okay for me to just take this hit, and then once he commits all of his Dawn to the Zoro, then yeah. Fortunately for me, it was a Frankie trigger, which lets me draw 1 card, and since I'm at 1 or less life, I can play it out. And so I drew an Onami. I think that was the perfect card to draw here. But he goes ahead and hits me with 7k. I just easily pitch my 7 cost Luffy to play out the 0 cost event to go plus 8. I didn't need to, or actually, yeah, I could have given up the other 2 cards to go, over 7k, but I didn't want to lose the banish, and I drew a Hootie Jones. Very nice to see. But I think with my board state right now, and the fact that my opponent only has 1 card in hand, is really good. I have the Nami in hand, the Onami, which gives me banish, which is really good. Okay, this was a little bit of a risky play. I go 5k with the Frankie. If that card was a counter, I would have lost a good attack. Actually, it would have worked out either way. Yeah, that's right. Attacking 5k here means that if this card is a counter, he can pitch it to counter out for 1k. but then he'll be at 0 cards in hand, so then it makes it really easy. I don't need to invest any Dawn onto my leader and go for just a 5k double attack banish because I have the Onami in hand, which would have been more devastating for him, right? So I guess I was just testing the waters to see what card it is in hand. Looks like it's a non-counter because he took the hit. Might be a trigger on it. He's really considering it right now. It is a trigger. It is Mulgun, which I believe lets him activate the main ability. I'm just gonna look it up. Yeah, activate main and give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 5,000 power. Then if you have a character with 6,000 power or more, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a power of 2,000 or less. So he KOs one of my Onamis, that's fine. I go ahead and tap 2 Dawn and play out the Onami to give my leader banish. And I go 7k double attack banish here at his life. I think this is a good play. He didn't counter out of my Frankie hit, which should have given me some kind of indication that it might not be a counter. But since he was at 3 life, it could have also just been a bluff, take the hit just to see what card you get out of life, and then maintain the counter up. If I did a 5k swing or a 6k swing here, if this is a 2k, that eliminates my double attack. So just playing it safe by attaching 2 Dawn and going 7k at life just guarantees that I can banish it, right? So banish those last remaining life. He's only got 2 cards in hand, or 1 card in hand. I can easily attach my rested Dawn and attach my remaining Dawn on my Nami and go for a, what is that, 9k swing. And I win the game. Woo! Nice. So that game went pretty well for me. Let me know if you have any other thoughts on how this game went or if I should have done something different. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Game 4. Until next time, remember, keep your minds fresh and your spirits free. See ya!